97 down the box. Good morning, H-Town.
Very, very special guest in with us this morning. Now, normally on Saturdays when y'all ask me to come to these other things and I tell y'all I'm at my other job, y'all be looking at me crazy. So you know what I did? Had to hit my coworker and say, hey, bro, I need you to come through this morning. Houston Roughnecks quarterback. Give it up right now. Give it up right now. Give it up. PJ Walker in the building. What's going on,
Wait,
man?
he clapped for himself,
Appreciate
though. How
y'all
about
for
that?
having me. Thank y'all.
Listen, we're a small morning show. Thank you for clapping with us on
Yes.
that.
No problem.
No, you just celebrated a birthday, man.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
You went hard? What you did for your birthday?
I ain't do nothing. I got prepared for the game on Sunday, though.
We
that was
see.
The most part. That was the most important part for me. This is my first time playing in the season where it's on my birthday, so you know what I'm saying? I just had to put that aside for a couple of days and focus up for the game.
That's a good look, man. I think one thing that a lot of people gravitate towards with you basically is your story.
Yeah.
And just how no shortcuts, grinded it out.
All the way.
Work through whatever they threw at you. You worked through it.
I mean, it was a battle, just a testament to how, I was raised by my mother, for the most part. And just don't let nothing phase you, through this whole process. And I just did. So, it was times I wanted to, be like, man, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But just stick to it and just keep going.
So did you always know that you wanted to play football?
Oh, no question.
And did you know you wanted to go to Temple also?
Nah, I wanted to go to Ohio State coming out of high school. They offered me kind of late, but I was already fully committed to Temple. Knew I wanted to go. They said I'd get an opportunity to compete as a freshman and get a chance to play. I got that right there. I was like, all right, cool. And it's an hour from the crib, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna just come here.
I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize is the grind that it takes to stay at a high level. And if people look, and every week we watch you making these phenomenal plays, bro, you doing like some top 10 sports center type stuff, and boys like, oh my God, like how important is that training and just you staying consistent and staying, in shape?
It's just taking it one day at a time for me, not to look down the line too far or looking at week 8 when we only in week 3, week 4, and things like that. Just, taking it one day at a time, basically one play at a time too when I'm on the field, Don't let the last play bother me. Don't let the next play even be in my mind too far.
Right.
So just taking it one step at a time.
So you want to undrafted, then you play for the Colts, and some other stuff happened, then you end up in the XFL.
Yeah.
What was that transition like? Because, a lot of times, probably I played in the NFL. I'm playing for the XFL.
Yeah, so it was a process because I was still in Indy when this XFL talk was still coming up, and I had seen the AAF league kind of get going, and it looked fun. You know what I'm saying? So, and I knew I wasn't gonna get an opportunity to play probably at the time while I was in Indy. They had Andrew and they had Jacoby at the time, and Andrew just got back from injury.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I know my role. I know I'm the third quarterback on the roster. Things like that. But I just always stayed ready. And I was talking to my agent for the most part throughout the whole process, and he was like, man, if you want to, go play in the XFL, get film. And I'm like, man, I think this the time. I got released from Indy my 3rd year. And once they released me, I'm like, I think this is the best opportunity for me. Once I realized nobody wasn't really picking me up mid-season and things like that, I was like, it's time to just go play and just go get film.
And you guys are out there dominating 4-0 right now, man. Congratulations on that.
Come
That's
on
big.
now.
Yes. Games be packed. It's crazy.
It's definitely a different atmosphere out there, especially for this a new league, a startup league. I watched a lot of the AAF games last year, and this is going. This league right here is going up.
Yeah.
Our energy is dumb.
Yeah.
Like during the games, we got the guy that walk around like Ric Flair going, whoa! Yeah. It's a lot of crazy fans, people tailgating from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to pick another sports person to kind of correlate you with, I would say James Harden. Because when he was in OKC, he was like the 6th player. Nobody was going crazy. Bro came to Houston and balled out.
It definitely turned up.
Whenever you came, bro, all right, cool.
I played out here in college too, and that was the crazy part. So me coming out here in college throughout that, I knew what the fan base was about, and I tell people all the time, it's one of the loudest stadiums I played in, just the crowd noise and everything is insane.
Whenever we're talking to our fans, basically, because a lot of Roughneck listeners listen to the box. They follow me. They be tearing my line up, right? What would you like to say to them, just as far as how much their support means to the Roughnecks this season?
It means the world to us because we out there every day. We grind and everything, but we come there on Saturday and Sunday to put on a show. it's a time out there for us where we can express ourselves, and the fans go out there and they express themselves as well. You know, the crowd noise helps us. You know, we got, I think, 3 false starts against St. Louis when they was backed up. So,
Right.
you know, things like that is beneficial for us as a unit out there.
Now,
DJ,
go ahead.
what are you listening to get warmed up for the game? What's your playlist looking
So
like? Who's
I'm-
on your playlist?
So I'm fresh off on the way from the bus to
Yeah.
from the hotel to the bus to the stadium. I'm like all Meek Mill.
Yeah.
So I got like a little routine. I'm big on routine. So I'm Meek Mill. Then once I get to the stadium, I put on some Lucci.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And once I get warmed up and get ready to go to the field, I play all Drake. You know,
Okay.
I mellow my mind a little bit.
What you need me to play for you when you get out there on the field, man? The in stadium playlist.
Oh, give me like a day. Okay, give me a day. I have a whole list for you.
We'll talk tomorrow. We'll
Got
get
to.
together
I have
tomorrow.
a whole list for you because I be on a whole another, like, once I get some music in my mind, I'm locked in. I'm
But
locked in.
Music does that to
Yeah.
us. Like the greats, when you hear that soundtrack to
Yeah.
what you're going through mentally, that prepares you for what you're finna get
Because
ready
I listen
to do.
to a lot of the stuff that that'll help you get right and focus, you know. And a lot of the stuff that I be listening to, like Rod Wave, I listen to him once I get
That's
into
Lil Bro. For
once
sure.
I get into the locker room, I'm listening to Rod Wave. That's my whole thing, mindset. You know, the struggle, the pain, and all that.
Right.
I'm all there.
Whenever you started, and we at this point where we at right now, if you could predict your finish line, not that the grind ever stops, you know, what does success look like to you?
On top, you know, eventually on top, back in the NFL, you know, hopefully starting at that point, and you know, it's just a process. You know, I'm just willing to, you know, take every step of the way. Not really gonna rush anything, and you know, when the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna take full advantage of it.
You know, we do this thing here called morning motivation. I'm gonna give you a chance to motivate somebody because your story, you got a great story, and a lot of time people like to take shortcuts.
Yeah.
In they mind, I'm gonna take this shortcut. Oh man, I can cut down this back street. I
Yeah.
can cut some time off. Just kind of tell people a little bit about, you know, why you should just grind it out, man.
I mean, you never know what could really happen throughout every day. You know, I got a younger brother who was just arrested over a few months ago in January, and but it's just like I always was trying to guide him into the right direction just by my actions. You know, I never really spoke as much to him, so I just taking it one day at a time. And you know, I tell most guys, like my little cousins and everything, man, it's just a process, bro. Like everything you work for, everything that you want is in front of you, but you just can't let nothing, you know, just distract you from what you want to do, what you want to get to. And you know, I think my mother, you know, she did a great job with just putting her thumb down on me, and because I ran with a lot of guys that never got this opportunity. So,
Right.
you know, me getting this opportunity now is just a blessing.
What's kept you through that process, though? Because a lot of people do give up, you know what I mean, on their dreams. What has kept you in this process?
Just once I got to the NFL, knowing I belonged there, you know, once knowing I belonged there, making the throws I was making, you know, in practice and things like that, I was just like, man, I just need to translate this into the game situations. And this league is giving me every opportunity to do that now, and I'm taking full advantage of it.
Are we practicing trick plays in practice, brother? Because you be doing some dumb stuff on the field. Are we practicing this in practice?
Nah, a lot of this stuff ain't even practiced. I mean,
It ain't in the playbooks? We
nah,
just
it ain't
making
in the playbook.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just me running around, creating. You know, sometimes they do a great job of, you know, coverage, and our O-line be protecting, and I be finding them lanes, and I'm not really looking to run the ball first. You know, I'm looking to throw the ball. So once I get a defender to commit on to me, I know you beat already. I know you beat.
Look at J Mac. Do y'all need any more defensive guys? I'm trying to figure out how to get
You're
bro.
so
He wake up
crazy.
early in the morning. He look at them arms right there, brother. If y'all need somebody to protect and serve in the trenches, we nominate our man J Mac from Conroe. He country. They strong.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you good at karaoke any?
Nah.
Because we do this thing on our show. He's not good at karaoke.
I'm
so
not
he
good
can't.
at I'm not good at singing or rapping, you know, but I'm just.
I was
just
gonna say,
like
because we do this thing on our show. We have our guests do our
Yeah, nah, I
karaoke
don't
with us.
really
We ain't gonna have you
sing.
do it.
Yeah, I don't really sing.
No.
I was gonna say, yeah, we can pick a rap. We can do whatever
He
the motivation.
he said he don't sing or rap.
I don't
Okay,
sing
we're gonna
or
thug
rap.
it
I
out.
just be
All right,
chilling.
man, hey, big shout out. If they want to get tickets to the game, can they still get tickets to the game? We still got tickets available for this Saturday's game. They done opened up the
Oh, the
second
whole
deck.
second deck.
You know
Okay.
what I
Let's
want
run
to
it
do?
down.
I want to do something that I want to sell out the stadium.
How about we do that?
We gonna do that eventually. I think we will. I I honestly think it'll be a playoff game or probably the championship once we get there.
That boy said the
We just
championship. That's
we
what I'm
gotta
talking
handle-
about.
We gotta handle business. You gotta set your goals high. You gotta set your goals
That
high.
boy said the championship.
You know?
We're going to get it. Okay, we're going to get the championship.
Hey, we gonna try to get there.
No, say we're going to get the
We
championship,
gonna get
dog.
There you
Okay.
go.
There you go.
You
We
can't
gonna
come to
take it.
Houston and not say we
We
going
gonna
to get it.
there. I mean, it's
Say it again.
I done
No,
been,
say it again, dog.
I done been through enough.
So we're going to play
I
this
done-
drop.
I don't want at every level, you know, being at high school, college, and all that. So, you know, I know.
Say we're going to
I
get that
know-
championship.
I know what it takes, you know what I'm saying? So,
Say we're going to
you
get that
said that ain't gonna
championship.
pressure me to say it. I know the process.
We
that
gonna
it
get that
takes to work,
championship.
man. It takes it takes a process to work. You know, we all gotta be in it as one, you know.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot. Really do take a lot.
Hey, you know what I want to do right now? Because if I don't do this, somebody going to be mad at me, man. I definitely want to give you a minute, so we can shout out the whole team, man. The team, our team, we have an awesome team
That's
this
what
year.
I'm saying, man. It takes a lot. It takes all of us to be at one, I would say.
Yeah.
And you know, our defense is going crazy right now. They had 5 turnovers last game. You know, Dietrich was balling.
Big balling.
Cody was balling. You know,
J-Mac, listen, J-Mac can ball.
hey.
Or he could fall. One of the two. Either way, it
One
works
of the
for us.
two.
Yeah, man. They got social media. They got to follow. I'm trying to run them numbers up for you, bro.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to
appreciate
get you
that.
up there, man. Go
my
give me
Instagram,
social.
My Instagram, PJ Walker 11. And, you know, my Twitter account is PJ Walker _5. You know, that's it, man. Come check me out on the gram, man. Twitter.
And invite everybody to the game.
Oh yeah. Everybody come out this Saturday. We play Seattle at 1:00 Eastern time or Central.
And just say you're on
See,
good morning.
I'm on freaking.
Well, I'm glad y'all told me. I would have been late. Where the DJ at? I thought it was too. Nah, Houston Roughnecks, and be sure you follow the team online. That's how we doing it, man. Hey, I can't wait Saturday. I'm gonna have that playlist together. Give me tomorrow.
I'll
We're gonna. All right, man. We're gonna put it together, man. Hey, going down like that right here on the real side of H-Town.
97.9 The Box.